There have been a lot of amazing games this year, honestly more than I expected, and weirdly I've spent even more time in early access games than full releases. But let's just focus on the ones that actually came out this year. First, let's talk about the two games everyone keeps bringing up, Ark Raiders and Expedition 33. Both are genuinely great games, both with strong communities behind them and both praised for very different reasons. Ark Raiders is the more popular one simply because it's approachable. You jump in, shoot things, and have fun. Expedition 33, on the other hand, has a smaller audience because it's slower, more demanding, and built on story rather than chaos. But people who love it call it a masterpiece. I've played both, and yes, they're great at what they do. But between these two, I honestly think Expedition 33 deserves the title more. Its story is something special. Funny enough, Ark Raiders didn't even get nominated for Game of the Year, but it still might win the Player's Choice Award. Expedition 33 seems like the one that might take the trophy, or maybe Silksong, since these two have the highest player interest. But here's the thing, in my opinion, none of them should be the final pick. There is another game that sits above them in almost every category.
This lot.
Watch out, here we go. Henry, our hero Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man. His fellow man.
I only hope I live long enough to avenge the ones I lost.
Quite no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right?
O merciful God, be kind and protect us so we don't blow our arses off. Amen.
Mechanics, story, world building, immersion, and just pure fun. A game that grabs you from the start and doesn't let go. A game that remembers what made older games special and improves those ideas in a way that feels modern, fresh, and alive. That game is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I am genuinely in love with this game. The first one was already great, but the sequel improves every single thing the original tried to do. Ark Raiders is extremely easy to get into, and that's not a bad thing, but because of that simplicity, a lot of younger players will never even try a game like Expedition 33 or Kingdom Come. And that's also why Kingdom Come 2 probably won't win Game of the Year. It's demanding. It has systems you need to learn. It has mechanics that might scare players away before they even start. But once you actually get into it, the game opens up. And what's funny is that most of those complicated mechanics can actually be ignored, because you can carve your own path just by playing naturally. But the moment some players see a big list of skills and systems, they check out, and they miss out on something incredible. That's why I want to explain why, for me, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 deserves the title of Game of the Year. Or at least why, in my eyes, it already has it. Now, I want to ask you something. What is the most memorable adventure you've ever had in real life? For me, it was a hike I took when I was younger. Me and my friends set off to reach a cave hidden deep in the Romanian mountains. We started with perfect weather, then out of nowhere, we got hit by cold rain and ice. We hid under some rocks, freezing and soaked. Then we pushed forward and reached the place, only to find the cave completely flooded. So we climbed higher, made camp under the same rocks, and spent the night listening to wolves howl in the forest, barely sleeping. The next morning, one friend realized he left his phone at the camp. So we went all the way back. It was a mess, a disaster of a trip, and yet it's one of the best memories of my life. The banter, the stars, the fire, the marshmallows, the grape juice we were drinking at that time, everything came together and created an adventure we still talk about for years to come. That adventure happened over 15 years ago, and I'll never forget it. When I play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I get that same feeling of adventure. And let me give you just the glimpse of what the game gave me. I set off with my party to deliver a message. We camped along the way. We spotted some girls by the pond, and while we were busy sneaking a look, bandits struck our camp out of nowhere and completely wiped it out. The survivors lost everything and we were basically beggars. We had to work our way back up just to survive and eventually gain an audience with the Lord, only to then get betrayed and tossed in the dungeons. Also, this is medieval Europe. If you don't eat, you die. If you don't sleep, you die. If you don't treat a wound, you die. If you anger the wrong noble, you end up hanging from a tree.
It is time.
Executioner! Do your duty.
Everything is dangerous, everything matters, and the game knows how to punish you if you don't take your situation seriously. But even with all that, I had the best time. The game is never boring, not even for a minute.
I'm not afraid of you, and I can look at whoever I want to. I mean, look at her tits, eh?
Come on out, fucker. I'll get you. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Was that you?
Ah.
Oh, never mind then.
It's always surprising, always throwing something interesting your way, even the most mundane tasks, like gathering herbs or carrying heavy sacks for the innkeeper, always felt rewarding and earned. Everything you do in this game rewards you, as long as you actually do it. Gather herbs, for example, and you get ingredients for potions. At the same time, you get experience in alchemy and exploration. That experience also gives you main level experience, letting you increase your core stats. If you gather a huge amount of herbs, you unlock hidden passive abilities that improve your alchemy even more. Having herbs and flowers in your inventory also gives you a boost to charisma, which increases your speech and unlocks new dialogue options. Having high charisma and speech not only gives you different ways to interact with NPCs, but it also improves your social status. People see you as nobility, and that lowers prices when you haggle with them. And I could go on and on. Everything in this game is connected and intertwined in the most satisfying way possible. No matter what you do, you get rewarded for your actions. Even being over-encumbered gives you experience and increases your strength and vitality. I just love the grinding in this game. It never feels like grinding, it's incredibly satisfying. But let's get back to where the game actually shines, and that's its characters and its quest design. Warhorse Studios put so much love into them. Everyone feels grounded, interesting, memorable. Nobody feels like a copy of someone else. Here's just a tiny part of my journey, and yes, mild spoilers ahead. I've robbed entire villages and castles of the starting area. I chased a ghost rumor and ended up running from real wolves before finding my dog. I raced horses with the Cuman mercenaries who were supposed to be the invading army, then somehow ended up getting drunk with them. I even helped one of these clueless enemies try to court a lady. I forged a masterpiece sword that got me invited to a wedding where it was immediately stolen and I had to go full Witcher mode to track it down. I bribed someone and got myself sentenced to death and had to reload. I helped a lord cure his stomach problems by stealing all the potions from the alchemist, including the wrong ones. Then I found out the lord wasn't the real lord and had to torture people to get proof. Then I had to track down the devils haunting this lord's castle.
Apparently there's demons in the castle.
Damn it! If they weren't before, you surely just summoned them here yourself.
What? How?
Every time you say the word demon, one shows up. Don't you know that? Some words just shouldn't be used.
You just used it yourself.
Kurva! You tricked me, you blackguard!
A demon!
Stop it, you madman! I'm deadly serious. You have no idea what you're messing with. They really worked me over when I was little.
Then I helped besiege another castle. Then I defended the same castle from another army.
Pater Noster, quies in caelis.
Time!
Et debiti nobis debita nostra sicut.
Take cover!
Et nos dimitimus debitoribus nostros.
Everyone away from the wall.
Et ne nos inducas in tentationem.
But deliver us from evil.
Just pure cinema. Then I joined a band of outlaws and became extremely good at being a bandit. In a way.
Paul! Damn. There's more of them than I was expecting.
We can't back out now. Let's blast at them and seize the advantage.
Oi! You two! Get that wreck off the road.
Not to worry, Honorable Sir. We're working on it. To the task!
Matilda!
Fucking hell! My leg, damn it! You idiots!
Whoever did that scene deserves a raise. I even became a dentist by using my fists.
You alright?
My tooth! My tooth!
What's with it?
It's gone! You knocked it out!
What?
You punched it out of me! It's over there!
Aye. That's a stroke of luck.
Pure gold, that! Hurt like a devil it did! Thank you!
Well, you're the first man who's ever thanked me for punching him. I've taken care of your husband. I reckon his tooth won't be hurting anymore.
I knew you'd help him. Thank you.
And that's not even 10% of the game. None of these quests felt boring, none of them felt the same. Everything was memorable, fun, surprising, and written with a level of respect for the player you rarely see these days. Nothing is handed to you, everything is earned. This is the best adventure I've ever had in a game.
The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
This is my game of the year. I've played a lot of games this year and nothing even comes close. Some of you will say Expedition 33 deserves the title more, and that's fine. It's an amazing game as well. But for me, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 stands a few steps above everything else, and I mean that in the simplest way possible. It made me feel something real. It reminded me of why I love games in the first place. It gave me a story I'll remember for years to come, and that's all I ever want from a game. A space to get lost in and spend my time with joy. And that's just my opinion. This game is the best thing I've played all year by far. Honestly, I haven't played anything this good since Elden Ring. And even if it doesn't win the official Game of the Year award, it already won it for me. I truly recommend you try it, even if you don't believe it deserves first place. It's a game that understands RPG mechanics in a way few modern games do. It knows how to build a character naturally. It treats you like an adult. It gives you an adventure worth remembering. It's one of those games people will talk about for years. And that's one cat's opinion. If you want to support my channel, consider subscribing. And if you have a different opinion than me, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.